Yeah. Yeah, everything is working, so we can start. This is fine. Yeah. Hi everyone. Here, this one is okay, and overall, it leads to a super aggressive start. Like when you cut like a tail, it's always would be aggressive game. I think at this point, white really try to do aggressive. Would be way easier, for example, to play just like this. For example, this, or like this, you can jump. On this one, play something like this. If like this way, it's way simple, way more simple. If you want to play like this, it's also possible, and it's kind of okay. Just at this point, it leads to really difficult game for white. Like this is fine. I think for black, I would even just defend. Usually, I don't like this move a lot. It's very difficult to answer on this one. And let's say white will play something, then the next goal is this one, and here white shape is not really good. Like you want to play maybe something, I mean now there is for sure something in the corner, but I'm just showing the most simple variation where you can destroy also and play 13 and destroy top. So after this one, usually this is the key one move. Maybe if you have center, maybe you can even push and play like this. I like this one more. Then the corner is kind of safe, especially if the stone is already that far. This move is you will rarely see because after 2-3, black will play pincer. Most of the time, it would be not in this position. It would be, I don't know, without the top exchanges. Let's say make it like this. And let's say like this, or you just play here, and this way it happens very often a lot, and then you have to play on the bottom. And in this case, pushing once more doesn't make any sense, but as far as you have already additional stone and top, like and something on the top, then you can play a bit different shape. And in this case, I think for white, I would go for this, and then you have a huge top side or bottom side, way easier to play later in the game, because like maybe there is something, but I wouldn't risk as black to invade at the moment. And also this doesn't look so scary. Maybe black can destroy the points there, but very hard to attack. So this way it looks pretty good for white, I would say. This way I would, as black, play here. Yeah, this one is also okay, just there is a group which you need to think about. Okay. It looks okay. Just I'm not sure what white will get. Maybe here it's better to extend and try to build such a huge wall, like, and hope to use it. Like you will get some points here and try to get a wall. Still push at b6. You can also play this. I think this is okay, but now it might be a bit more like, you know, you always want to play 3, and maybe it's kind of, maybe it's okay. I don't know. I think first, like by itself, 1 is good, but maybe 1, 2, and then this one. This would be better. Or push once and then to play here. This is a key point for the shape. And if you want to play, I think you should play here. It gives you eyes. And for white, for white, I don't think for white it makes a lot of sense. You choose this one or this. It's already it's already kind of like you made your decision, you take less points, and now you need to take to less points some wall. Yeah, something like this. And I mean, black is not alive, but for sure black will not die. White gets some moves in the center, and then you play another big move, let's say it A, or yeah, something on the top. Anything is fine. The game by itself is really even. This one is a bit crazy. If you try to kill the group like this and with cut, this is difficult. Like, it's some kind of double Hana which doesn't work. In this case, it's the same as I will try to show. It's the same as try to cut this Kema, which is, I'm not sure you want to cut like this, but it's very similar situation. And also, I don't know if black will play, but I'm pretty sure you don't want to cut. And I feel when you play honey, you have to. And then the situation becomes a bit like maybe it's still okay, but if black will live there, like you have to let black inside your territory, or give up the cutting stone. Probably you have to. Like this is all you have to do. But now you are way behind on territory, so the game becomes difficult by itself to control. Also not sure about this exchange. I would play maybe this, maybe even I would jump here. I think this works, and then try to. I think this looks okay. There might be something like, let's say this one is center, and then we cut. But I think you can relatively safe have a lot of liberties or to connect, and I don't think it's black will try to do that. This liberty usually it's not good to take. You anyway can get it. I don't think that black would defend like this. Would be strange. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, this one is good. I'm not sure I would play like this. Maybe as white, I think at this point it's good to Tenuki. Like this exchanges doesn't really help. They give you points, but they make black alive immediately. You have some attach, let's say, and this attach is there. It's super painful, let's say, to play like this. But at some point, like maybe even now it's too much. Maybe black can live, maybe not. I'm not sure. But if you can get it, like if it's like this is way better. This is not completely alive, yeah. I'm not sure black is alive. Maybe black is alive. Maybe you play here, black will try to leave somehow on the other side. And then it might be a bit tricky, but I'm still not finally convinced that black can live even from this point. So maybe 8 is too much. And then if you get this, then it's okay. Then you kind of alive with your top wall, which is really important. This you just get center some points in center, but black relatively has two eyes. Like one is here, somewhere, I mean, it should be somewhere one eye, and the second eye is here. So, okay, this is good. And for black in this case, that's why I was telling the game is super difficult for white. For example, if black invades, it's relatively okay, because you can push, you have a target. This stone is a target. And you can use their wall, but I don't have any clue what to do if black plays on the top. Like very difficult to build this center area if black also has his own area. And at this point, the game becomes, I mean, the game by itself is not really bad for white, but it's very difficult to play. You need to guess a lot of AI moves at this point. AI plays very well at these games as white and as black somehow. But for humans, you need to have really good intuition where to play, what is big, like is it really big to invade, or to play, let's say, from top or from somehow like this. This is not really possible to know with the like normal judgment. You need to have some really good feeling about the game. Like this, it's easy. Black try to destroy, you need to attack. Maybe better to came out to push to the wall. Plus minus, it's a wall still, so you can try. Yeah, I think it's good to push to the wall, get some stones, try to force a bit something, and yeah, get some stones to the wall. Okay. That's fine. Um, this one is also okay. I think at this point is everything is fine. Maybe now it's time to put more pressure. Like 3 stones are important. 4 stones are important. Maybe even for black, I would answer once more somehow here. Yeah, that one is painful. But if I think if black is relatively alive in center, very difficult for white to play this game from points wise. And yeah, if white will play here, it starts to become a bit tricky. I'm not really sure it's super safe, even like this, if it's possible. This one gives some problem. There's some problem. Have to play here. This way, yeah, black is have more space. And also, all these moves, like A, B, they don't give you really points and give black time to recover the shape. And now black, I mean, probably I would even play here just to be sure that I'm alive in center because right is relatively safe. Or play like this, and something. Some just to build twice. Wow, it's one more. Now it's getting dangerous. I feel like now maybe white can try to kill it. Like this one is not important. This you can give. Just play the move like this and see what really the plan is for black. Because now there is some cut and black needs to build ice. And also there is no realistic way for white to win at this point by not killing the center or attacking or getting something on it. And I'm not sure if it's so easy for black to also build twice. I mean, maybe black will attach, but then let's assume there would be some exchange here. I don't know. Let's say this. I mean, this is already some gain. I don't know if it works so clean for white. Maybe it's not, but it's some variations, and it might really work. And it's I would be scary. Also for black, you don't need to have more cash. It's already enough. Now it feels like white and black playing in a way that this group is already dead, but it's not really. Okay. And here you can live with this. This is probably alive. I think, yeah, like this. It should be alive. Yeah, it's alive. So with one, I think it's already alive. 1, 2, and you can play here. It's already alive. So yeah. And on this you just connect. This is an usual Tesuji, but probably in Miami it's difficult to find it. Okay. And now black is trying to live, and if white could kill, I mean the move here was so important. I think when black is alive, it's completely game over. Like also, if you check this game with computer think that all this group is alive all the time. It's really can easily handle. For example, if white will play here, I'm pretty sure he will find you 5 variations how to settle this group, how to live. But in real game, it's not so easy. It doesn't have really connection somewhere. I mean, you can I don't know, this doesn't seem to work completely. Maybe you can cut somehow. Let's say even like this. And if you can cut already like this is might be just also, again, difficult situation for black. So I'm not really sure if black had clean plan how to settle it. And that's a trick. Like, looks easy, but if you have a time pressure, I'm pretty sure if I would play black, I would have a time pressure. Maybe I would also collapse here. It's not an easy situation. Even though computer can find afterwards 5 options for me, because it's not easy. It's like, it's something where the calculation doesn't help. You need to believe or hope that everything works in the end. Yeah. And after white kind of leave, I think this is, yeah, at this point, it looks overish. Yeah, try to kill. But there is a second eye, then try to kill this. And I'm not sure, maybe it's possible to do something, maybe not. No, I don't think this group can die. This is too much. Maybe you can hope, like you can destroy eyes there. And this one is theoretically sent to get A, so you can get this. And then there is no I. Yeah, I think so. Maybe there is. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's say we destroy I here. And then on this one, it's a gote I, or like one I. Let's say it like this. It's one I. One gote I. And yeah, then it means like for 6, that's 6, 7. Yeah, something like this will happen. And you can try to kill it, but I still think that there's so many weaknesses that it's not possible. Maybe before, but now it's for sure alive. Yeah. And I think in this game, the most important was who would play first in the center. Who would play will probably get some advantage in this fight. Do you have questions about this game? Okay, cool. Let's move on then. Next one. Yeah, next one is Robin Banjan against Grigory Tomazou. So, this is an interesting game. This is Joseki, this is good. And then here, another Joseki. I don't really like this Joseki, but I know this is Joseki and this is even. Why I don't like this? This score is very difficult to estimate in my eyes. Like, I don't know how big the cost rate should be. Usually in a game you just solve it by intuition, which is normal. The value is very difficult to say how big really you need to have a cost rate, like by points. Like, let's say you need 3 cost rates by 20 points. You cannot say like this. And it makes a game really difficult. At S6, no. It feels easier, but you lose a lot. If you play like this, you lose option to just capture. You see, white cannot really play that core. In this game, you messed up because there was a lot of cost threats, and you couldn't play the core, in theory. Or even not like this. I will show you why that was a big deal. But in reality, very often black even have a chance. Like, this is by itself big move to capture, and you see you kind of lose option to play a big move. Not now, but I think even if you play now, it shouldn't be a big loss. I think it's very close to a big move, maybe 1 point loss, or maybe not even a loss, I don't know, but it's big. You can play it really soon, and that's why we really play this Atari. I think if you play S6, maybe it would be 1 or 1.5 point worse. Yeah. Okay. which is fine. I think I would play also kind of similar as I would play probably similar for black. So I think it's okay. But this one for sure I wouldn't play this. I would go for something maybe like this and this in a way to get this kind of shape or something. Like I really think that you need to play 3 at some point, maybe now, and just play like this. It's not so easy for white to find the answer. You don't want to honey, you want to maybe connect, but then I think black is okay with that. E14. This is not in my radar move. I think you can just defend and maybe connect under. Now, I don't think it's so easy to really separate you. Shape-wise, white is really invest a lot on that. Yeah. Also, I don't know, maybe it's still this one is working, but I don't know about this. It feels like maybe white is happy with this pawn, okay. So, yeah. That was maybe also the worries why I wanted to play one, but I think you should be just okay. This shape cannot be good. Like, even on this attach, it's very difficult to answer. Like now, after this, you can go with the other attach, and there is too many cuts. Okay. Yeah, for white, it's way better to connect. Looks empty triangle, but also black has empty triangle here, like really bad empty triangle. So, and black have to answer. I don't know how even, maybe this. So it's not really important how you will play. Anyway, black needs to answer. But then with this one, you have a cut point. With this one, there is no cut point, obviously. So better to play one. Also, it's cut point in center for black. Maybe black doesn't have a chance. Maybe you should play here first. It would be better. A bit. Play like this. Yeah. But for white, it's better to defend. And also, very likely, you need to play Kema. With this one, this cut is scary. Maybe black will not capture anything, but at least black can play something there. And I'm not sure, maybe even now it works. It already looks strange. Like this cut, let's say you cut. Maybe now it's not really working, but there is so much agi. I'm not sure, maybe it's still not clear if it's working or not. Play like some move like 19, maybe you can really capture the stone here. So yeah, with this one it's way easier. The idea is same, it would be like this, and I think for white it's just easier. This is crazy fight. Kema, it's good. Yeah. It feels like white kind of get initiative, because black have to leave. About this one, I'm not really sure. Maybe it's just better to leave like this. I am not sure. Maybe this is better. Very difficult to say. And then the ko. And I think at this point is okay. The position is fine. This is really bad cost rate for white. So white is just investing a lot to win this ko. This is okay. But for black, you should just play ko. I mean, you should just push. It's not easy. This is black is very happy. So white have to answer. And then you play the ko, and the next cost rate is a huge minus. Like each cost rate is a huge minus. Like even this is really big minus. Now you don't have a problems with leaving the group. So at some point, the idea that you lose this ko, you lose it. But also white have to make a lot of bad exchanges. And you will just get also something on the ko, like 2 moves. I don't know which 2 moves, but even if you get some 2 moves like this, it's not so bad. You destroy top. And now you also have center. You can defend if you want. But two moves are really important. And this is a key. If you defend like this, it's big, but after the core, you can imagine that it will be like this. Then it doesn't look so big. I mean, you defend not so much. And it's just a wall. After the white takes a tate, you always need to think that this endgame is huge. Maybe you can defend in theory with a tiger mouse. Maybe it's better, but then there is a core, the cut, which is also might be annoying. So very difficult to say. Shape then not so good. Yeah. Okay. Maybe here you have to play this in order to leave. I think this is better, just from all perspective. The group is not completely alive, and if you have this, then it might be tricky in the end. And yeah, this is again not sure. Maybe you have to play this now. Again, you see, I want to take the liberty because I want to have the idea of twice. At least in case something goes wrong, I have a move to build ice. This is clear. And then it's easy. Because in a game this Hane, this was good. And now the group is still not completely alive. And this one was probably a really big miscalculation. You need to play, I guess, here. Just to try to live. This way, I am not sure the group, like, it's kind of alive, but yeah, really difficult situation there. I think now white is leading because of that really problematic shape on the left. I don't even know how to solve it. I think maybe black should just play there. No. It feels like the group is dead if we play here. Or, yeah, this. This. It looks dead. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. It looks completely dead to me, even now. And also, maybe there is a core, if there is a core. But it doesn't look that there is anything. Maybe there is some agi, but it's just that. Yeah, and here, have to play core, okay. That feels sad. Yeah, so you have to play core, and then, okay. This is, like I think here white is really leading. And now the most important thing for white, to get something on the core. This is really, like, this is good. This is really bad exchange. And now I think as white, you need to just capture top. First of all, it was a cross threat. So this A for B was a cross threat. It means that one is center. And if you capture with one, it means that you take something in reverse center. And then we need to capture, we need to leave as black. White already get top and a move. I don't know if you can kill this, maybe not, but you can just defend the center, let's say. And I think like this, white is winning by really a lot. It's just game over. No chance. And this is by itself really means a lot by taking the reverse center. And for black, if you play this cross threat, you need to play another one, for sure. And maybe this way also, it's even, I guess, okay to give up center here, because you already get something on the bottom. So I think even this way should be okay. And this is gets to be crazy. Like, I think I'm pretty sure that white is ahead because of all that black did strange here. There's too many stones and no ice and still core. But if you try to keep everything like A, B, C, then even though you're ahead, the situation becomes difficult. Like one mistake can really cost you a game. So that's why I want to kind of make the situation more relaxed. Yeah, like this. After age 14. Yeah, but it feels like it feels like AI would say that there is no chance because AI sees all variations. But after this move, even I feel the situation is close to even, because especially of momentum, White cannot really finish the game easy, and it would lead to a fight, which probably White is still ahead, but it's still a fight. One mistake and White lose. So that's the trick. And it's not really easy to find the correct way. Yeah. Okay. I think now the group is alive. I think at this point for White, I don't know what is on the bottom if you have to, but I would really like to play here. I'm maybe even if Black can kill. I don't know if Black can kill there. Be honest, I don't have a clue. I mean, at least you can get this. So you can get something. Maybe also this. So I want to really play one move in center to just destroy this. Maybe later also to run. Because now it's getting big. And also about this, I don't have any... It looks also dangerous. For example, maybe Black can immediately play like this. And then here. Don't know if you can... No, you need to play first here. And then this. And then this. It's already some problem. Like, yeah, you can capture, but if Black can get these two stones, it's difficult. I think maybe for White, it's time to play just endgame. But also not really easy to say that. Maybe just here and try to destroy some center a bit. Also, I'm not sure what is the situation here. Maybe this is a sequence. This looks like a cool stuff. Yeah, maybe like this. Or even like this with 3 to just capture stones. If you can capture stones on top, it should be okay. Yeah, so something like this. And this cut is probably okay. Now we have still a core, so it's good. I think in any case this one is better. There's no need to play this. Maybe for cost rates. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I think here, like, you need to continue to play. Like, each move is a cost rate. You should continue, or there is something which I don't see. Ah, you can build the second eye. Okay, I see. That's why it was this problem. Ah, then you just need to play here. That was idea. Yeah, this one was mistake, obviously. Yeah, the core is useless, that's true. So you just need to defend. And basically after this, maybe still there is something with this move. I think this and this crosscut, where you can hope to get something there. Maybe I'm not sure about even this. Do you need to? Maybe it's okay to give up that and destroy completely whole center. This is also might be okay, but I am not sure. It looks a lot. But yeah, I would for sure go for that. This one cannot live. And yeah, at this point, it feels not really easy. But is it working now? Can you play a core? Let's say core. And then this. Not really. So maybe I don't know. No, it's not nothing. It's just no problems with liberty. Everything is clean. So I don't know. It feels like maybe this. Well, I think it's super difficult to do something. Maybe you can jump. Maybe jumping is better. and then hope for something. I think there is still a lot of stuff, but it's not obvious. It's something when you try to fight and it's really not obvious how to find anything there. Yeah. Do you have questions about this game? Okay. Let's move to the next one. Send the link. Okay, next game is Matthew Cable against Robin Bungeon. So. Yeah, so far it's fine. Usually we play something different. Maybe just a touch. I like this. This one, probably it's okay. I think I just don't like to be blocked like this, but it's my personal style. I'm not really fan of taking points so early, but I think it's completely fine. But here, if you want to play, I would go maybe even like this. Just from that two stones to be sure that they are connected. I think this way the shape is better because they can be under pressure. And like this also, I would just invade. Try to cut them. It's not so easy to find the next move now for black. Maybe you can try this, but like try to enclose it, but I feel like white will easily leave. Maybe even you can honey. It's not really working. Maybe like this. But then 1-2 by itself is really good exchange. And you can just create a group and destroy everything. Though I think this is not the best, I would say, for black. Like for not the best shape for black, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Maybe also here. I don't know. I would play this, but it might be a bit more points. This is relatively also safe. Now about this. I don't really like this shape. I think this is not optimal. And I would recommend you at least play here. This one is already looks better. It looks a good shape. About this, I will show you later. When there would invasion, I will show you the problem there. Okay. This is fine. Guess. Yeah, why not? It's also good. Try to do something. Also, if you are playing as black in this game, instead of this jump is completely fine. But it's kind of a slow way of playing with Moyo. I think here is a good idea to cut. And if you cut here, it's very difficult for white, like probably white have to capture, and then you can defend in a really active way. Yeah, something like this. And this way you can just very like if white will answer, then you just capturing leather and feels like you lose some points in center, but black also lose a lot. And this is active way of using weakness to try it, like maybe sacrifice, get some wall. And in this case, especially in this Joseki, this cut usually is a way how to build Moyo if you are okay to give up 2 stones. Yeah. This way you can get it later also, but now it's not completely centered, so yeah. Okay, this is good. Now white needs to handle this shape, and this is for sure not the move you need to play. Maybe this one. It feels better. Even I'm just wondering, let's say, even if you give up, oh, it looks so difficult for white to take. So this way it's better because first of all, it's center, and here you have some, you can maybe play something like this or even like this to be sure that your shape is solid. I don't know which one is better, if it just came up. And it's connected. With this one, it looks like a bad exchange with obvious a cut point here. And this is a big difference. It's better not to exchange that at all. And this is also a bit greedy. I think now just here. And then it makes this move not really bad exchange. If you want to play one from the first position, A, B, maybe not the best, but it's okay. And then it's everything is fine. Like this, I would really try to cut this, and yeah, and white did. And it's not really easy to handle, I would say, all this fight. Yeah. And now you have to sacrifice this, then probably play here, because it's very difficult to cut. So in reality, you can maybe leave somehow. Maybe it's not alive. But still, there is a lot of stuff in the center, so I think white have to capture. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if you can play like this. Maybe you have to defend, and then white have to capture also. Yeah, something like this. Which is probably fine for both. Yeah, this, and run away. It looks okay. In a game, this is just dying. Yeah. And I think after this, white is leading by a lot. And now, yeah, you need to do something. By itself, this cut is not bad. You can maybe even continue this. I don't know. It doesn't look so bad, all this sequence. Probably white will be alive, but it doesn't look super hopeless, at least there. I think on top, black gained something with this sequence, maybe like 10 points. Just bottom is really bad result. Yeah, but if after this you can still live in the corner, who knows? Like you need to leave, and then top is kind of a core, I guess, or well, it's not. It's probably dead, but with the cut, it's tricky. So yeah, so you can maybe even play there. And now about the core. But why I don't like this? Yeah, this is cut. You can play here, and this is theoretical alive group. Like we can try to play this core. But now even black can defend after that. Like in any situation, you can just play get 3-4 and you can defend. And then the group is alive. So very difficult for white to kill the corner. If we have a stone in a different way, like that one, which is similar, but now you can kill the corner with this. And there is still a lot of agi, but the shape-wise, it's way better. Yeah. So now you can play like this. So that's why I prefer. I mean, the ideal one is, of course, this. But as far as you played already large Shimari, so I will show you why this is ideal, because this has option between A and B. You can choose. Like here, with this one, you can still let this go, but there is no cut point. Like now, white cannot, like black cannot get this cut for 7-8. And that means that even if black is alive, white is fine. That's why AI like this shape a lot. But if you already play it, then I think at least having this would be nice. Yeah. Okay. This is dying. This is fine. If it works. I don't know if it works. Yeah, maybe it's time to try to do something. Don't know if it works, but Maybe. But looks really difficult. Maybe the connection here. I think black can leave somehow, but I think this is just doesn't really affect much. And after the bottom, it's difficult to come back. Yeah, and black is trying. This is good, but it's really difficult. Yeah, and after that, that's all. I think main mistake was here. Maybe just this or this, and connection. This is solid way. Or Keima, bit more aggressive, also solid way. But when you capture this big area, you have to also respect this wall. You have a group near the wall, and it might be tricky to play there. Like for black, this one looks only move to enclose that area, but it's also big to play something like this. This and play on that. It's also completely fine. It's not smaller than the other move, than this. And because white get a wall. So that's why for black, you need to respect that you take points, and you need to play a bit more careful. This is a greedy move. This is move which you usually do when you are alive completely. And now you are kind of try to get to live also, maybe to live in a greedy way. And yeah, after this cut, it's really difficult. Okay, do you have questions about this? Okay. Okay, let's move further then. So next link. Yeah. Next game is Emmanuel Febri against Robin Benjamin. This one, I think, felt like there was a big mistake in the beginning, at least in Joseki. That's what I remember. Yes. Yeah, here I think you have to play this after. Yeah. You just give up a stone. Like, this doesn't look good. I think in any case, in all of this Joseki, this looks like a blunder. And it feels like I would never give this. And this is my feeling. I'd also give up the other way. I don't know. I think after this, I would just play here. And this is locally worse, like few points worse. I don't know, maybe 3 points worse, but this is okay-ish, I feel. I even saw a lot of time people play this in professional games. Not in this situation, not in a first Joseki. First Joseki is strange choice, but when the top is important. Here top is not that important. Maybe it's 3 points mistake, but it's way easier to play. Like this, black is super strong here, and corner is small, and I'm not sure what to do with 2 stones. Okay, this is fine. I think I like more to play here, especially in this situation. Maybe even like this. It's not a big really difference, but with this I like to defend. By AI, the correct move is to cut in all of this. And by this, in theory, it's a bit better for black, not much, like half a point or so, or even less. But in this case, when you already have a pincer, it's really nice to play 3, even though it's alive, but you kind of enclosed white. White will live easily, of course, but also your position is kind of connected. So I like this more. It's very similar to this, you just have way less points with this. It's also kind of connected, but there is still some kind of cut, which is still there. So, you know, less points, way less points, but maybe here shape is a bit better. Okay, now I don't think you need to play this. This doesn't really make a lot of sense. I would play here. This is also center. White have to capture, or just maybe Atari, I don't know. Also get Atari. And just play. This is way better because you already exchanged this side, and you say that you, with AB, you say that you want to build right side. And if you will push white there, then AB is really not a good exchange. For you, it's better than to play other way around. For example, play here immediately, white will run, and maybe you attack somehow, white will, let's say, leave somehow, I don't know. And then for you, it's better to have this exchange in the end. And this way, or maybe even Sansan, I don't know. Maybe Sansan should be the correct move. You never want to have this AB. So in this case, maybe one is not really good. I really like this, but also you are so strong, you can easily block. I think blocking is completely fine. Play this, and jump. Also, it feels like there is a problem here, but this 7 is center, so after this, the group is dead in the corner. So it's very, very solid. And like this, Moyo becomes important. Half of the board of the Moyo. Like black has a lot of points and some potential of Moyo. And here, yeah, this. R13 looks cool. Maybe, usually in this, we kind of try. I don't know, maybe even play here. Looks like an option. Just don't know. It will lead to some variation where I guess white is connected under. Maybe it's not so good. Even though, I don't know, it's very hard for me to evaluate how good for white to connect on the first line. But maybe that's why it doesn't work. Also, you can try to give up this. And white is alive, but you get 5. Yeah, maybe. It's very difficult to find the correct answer here. And also not so easy to find also the next move. I think it's this one. This one is just not alive and dying, which is probably okay-ish. But I think the point that you never want to give this stone when black has a stone here. This is important. And in this case, you need to push. And then maybe it's something like this. You're alive in center and just play elsewhere. It's already good. This one is something which you need also to be aware. But as far as Atari is anyway center, you give up something. I think this should be good for white. White get a lot from, as in theory, still a coin B. So looks completely fine. Yeah, okay. It's good. Yeah, it's a big move. Now, about white, I really don't like this. Maybe, you know, this is Gotha. I would really try to... Yeah, S4 looks good. S4, S4 or is something in the center. I think S4 is good. You can play here if you want. This is also okay. If I had this, AI likes to play this move. People like humans doesn't like much, but AI likes to play it when in this kind of shapes. He would for sure play A. It's not like center is there, S5 is worse. Maybe it's worse, but if you prefer to play cash, then it's better to play S4. If you don't mind to play a huge center, then this is a correct one. In theory, this is correct, but you know, some people like cash, and this is completely fine to even in this position try to build some cash. Very difficult to play without. And yeah, this is okay. I was just wondering for white. I think white should take the last side. This is important. And here, maybe like this. There's this, and then take the last side. And in this case, I think game is way more difficult for black to continue. It's not clear what to do. Again, this center is open. What to do with this cut? Maybe white can cut immediately also. I don't know what happens if white just cut immediately. Also looks interesting. But I feel like white should play a bit more aggressive at this point, especially at the top right. Like not even top right, about the first Joseki. At some point you have to fight. Otherwise, that lead, I mean, probably there's like 5 points or 10 points lead. It still stays, I feel like. I think the game by itself is really like relatively close. There was no big mistakes. And after that, you need to force some fight to get some mistakes. And this way, it's way more difficult. Maybe at least now to play here to create some moyo. Not even moyo, just create some fight. Now let's say black will cut, which is ladder doesn't work. But then you create a group, and this is some field where you will fight. You will destroy some area, and you get cash on the bottom. So this is how white can really come back in this game. If you play just endgame like this, it will lead to the situation where black have more in the end. Invasion is good. This is fine. This is good. And now after this move, I already feel that I don't know what to do for white. It feels like black just have a lot of points and also some center, and white have a bit less. Yeah. About this one, I wouldn't play. I think this is strange. Maybe this way. At least this. Ask, and then... And I still doesn't want to play there. I don't want to play. I would play here at least. This looks good. Like 3. And then, yeah, after this, I want to play center. Yes, yes. I understand the idea, but I'm not sure even this exchange is good. Like now, Q7, probably, maybe Q7. I'm not sure about this cut. It looks... Maybe it works. But then if it's this one is really good exchange, maybe it's okay. To me it looks strange. I would always play here, and then black have to answer because somehow I think like this, because this is already give you some points, and then maybe I would try to destroy the shape with this kind of move, or this, and try to attack the whole thing. This one, yeah, again, or even this exchange. I'm not sure this exchange is good. Like you get something, white get something. This is not clear, but you had a really good chance to enclose and put pressure. Okay. Yeah, and also here, maybe there is no need to play Hane. Just play like this. There is, like, black is okay-ish to build some area on top. Maybe also, you know, like this. I think even like this, it should be relatively okay. Hane looks better if you can really do something. Yeah. And maybe now it's time to play here. Or this, or this. This is important area. Bottom is alive, but we don't care. It's just points. But who will get the first move in center will get a huge initiative. Like when you play here, probably white needs to do something with these 2 stones. And then you get a lot of, yeah. something like this. But if maybe you thought it's alive, yeah, but it's not so easy to kill. It's at least one, like looks like A is center, and maybe there would be a I on the bottom even. Yeah. And here, this is strange. Maybe just leave. There is no need to defend. I mean, even if it's center, you lose a lot. You can play here. It is also center. And then play like this. Like to build a lot. I think this is strange. And also this is the move, not this. This way you have the follow-up at A. So it's not completely center, but you have something. With this one, black, yeah, black can build a huge area. So black get extra points, and now I think black is ahead by these few points. Also, in this case, maybe you can think that this is like from AI perspective, this might be mistake, but it's very difficult to punish the move like one. I don't think black can really kill this group, and then if black will not attack correctly, it might be a problem in this case. And after this, black is ahead, and there is no real chance. I think that just endgame. Maybe try to play here if there is enough cost threats. I don't know if there's enough cost threats. This score is massive. But if I would play white, I would go for it. Like, you have to do something and maybe try to go to some crazy cut. Would be a chance. Because this way is white is behind by decent amount of points. Yeah. And just endgame. And also both of you play endgame good. There was no really mistakes. Yeah. Maybe mistake was here. Usually when we play the sequence like then we play like this. If we want to play. And if you play like this, we get center and take maybe another big move, which is probably here. Or Hane. I don't know. But it's not really depends on the game. The game by itself was probably still. I mean, even if white play there correct, it doesn't really change the result. Yeah. Okay. Do you have questions about this game? Okay. So let's go to the next one. I send the link for the next one. So this is the game Grigor Tomazou against Matthew Cable. Okay. There is a question might be what to do with this move. And I'm not really fan of that. I was, even when I was in China, there was people playing against this a lot, like playing this, and there was even professionals who play this. Usually I like to play like this, and something like this. But this is my personal choice. I like this Joseki. And usually it's okay. It's even Joseki. There is right now a lot of people play like this and try to leave, but I don't really remember how to do it. I think it's something like this and this way. I think this way, and then you get, it should be a bit better for a white if you, if you play like here immediately. And it's not so easy to answer, and I think it should be like this and Hane. But I'm not completely sure. But this is my feeling how I would play. Maybe Hane here first, and then Hane. Don't know. Looks like something like this, maybe like this. There's this, then let's say black defense, and yeah, this is something like this I already saw, and this looks like result which is a bit better for white, and usually this is a move, but this is complicated one. This is easy, and usually it's also always, I think the point of this move to always have this, and you will see this a lot of times. Yeah, so that's why it's very easy. And also you can choose where to play 5. Like you can play here or you can play here if you go the different way. So this is also very flexible one. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. Maybe this one looks like a Joseki, but I think I never saw this. Like I don't know what is after that, and I'm not sure this is like it should be not bad move, but I don't know variations, and maybe in this case I would play like this if I don't know variations. Like this is my feeling to escape the really difficult stuff. Especially I feel that white, when you play white, I don't think you really studied this before, and this is can be some trap. So I would really try to avoid this. And I'm pretty sure this is, if it's good for black, it's like not really important. This is should be fine. Now it's looks not difficult, but not easy, I would say. Maybe this is good, and then you need to play this, I guess, and build the shape like here. But again, I don't know what to do. Like I never saw this in my life, so it's very not easy variation, and that's why I would just go to completely different, which I saw at least similar. This fight, I don't know what to fight for. Maybe something like, I think you have to Kosumi or maybe turn, and then, yeah, something like this. Probably it's okay. Looks like white is alive, black gets something. Black is not completely alive on both sides, so it should be like Joseki, but in it's not easy. Yeah. It's like no one really goes for that. If you will ask any professional, he doesn't know. Only if he studies this to play it all the time, then yeah. But in professional games, this Joseki never appears. So if I will have this, even in Go Congress, I would like where I have like 3 hours time, I will never go for it. It's too difficult, and you can just die somewhere. So better to go with more natural moves. Okay. Yeah, and here probably again the same, but feels like this one doesn't work well. I think this was a mistake, and White wanted to capture somehow, but it's not working. And now the situation is getting a bit worse for White. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. I really want to play here. This is usually the shape. Like this way, the group is not really alive. Like that's the problem with 1-2. So in this, always in the corner, you always want to build a shape like this. I don't know if it's better in this case. Probably like should be better. Now, in order to kill, you need to play 2. And now even you see even the corner is dead. You can go for 9 later, and or it's you let's say defend, and then black cannot really kill. Like black can enclose, but something you have a lot of liberty. Something will die. In Chinese rules, you can even hope for some seki somewhere, and this group can live in the end. But yeah, but the idea that usually this is the shape, and yeah, now black should just play this and this, and it's not easy to even live. You need to live like this. That means that black can play here. Well, black anyway can capture, but like this is way nicer to capture. Okay. And now another Joseki, which I never saw. This move. And then invasion looks okay. Also, I don't know, but I feel like even this should be fine for white. And maybe I would even play this. About this, I'm not completely sure. I checked this with the AI, and it was kind of what you played was Joseki, but I never played it. I think the reason that I kind of never saw this move, and it's something new even for me, but looks okay. And it was kind of even Joseki, so looks good. Yeah, this one is fine. Maybe a bit slow, but why not? Yeah, it's good. This is also good. Looks fine. I think here now I would even answer there. I don't know, this or this. Maybe this. I like this more. Instead of playing on the top. Or yeah, this exchange and playing on the top. This doesn't really hurt much. Like let's say black will play there. Yeah, it's big, but you can kind of destroy it. Relatively safe. And again, we are moving to the very tricky area where if you play like this, it's not clear what to do for black. Like we are, black has a lot of cash, but also some moyo, and I don't know what to do with this moyo. And if you play here, yeah, you destroyed the moyo, but black can just destroy all your side, and black is ahead by points. It's very easy direction for black. For black, it's easy. Black know what to do. Like this, you force black to build moyo. Like just you can remember that it's very difficult to build moyo in the second part of the game when a lot of alive groups already in a game. Then building moyo is difficult, and then you can push black to build moyo, and then there would be a lot of decisions because difficult decisions like this. It's not clear. Like for white, it's clear. White needs to leave. For what black needs to do with this stone and how to make it kind of okayish for black, it's already more difficult. And after this, black kind of leave on the top, which is good. Yeah. And maybe, I don't know about this. I don't really like this exchange on the top, like this. Maybe white can capture a stone even. I really want to capture stone even now, just to be sure that the group is alive. I don't know, maybe there is some problem, but probably no. But that's why I don't exchange this. This is really important to not to make this exchange, because if white will take, white already solved the group and solved the problem. It's already alive. But now, I guess the correct way is for white to play here, or maybe just exchange now. Because in a game you give up Ponuki or ladder, and now I don't know what to do. Maybe attach. Try to play around this ladder. Also, there is a difference when you play ladder breaker. It should be the most aggressive one. In this case, maybe you just destroy shape like more severe. That's the point. And if you can, you try to play the most aggressive one. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. But bottom is also a huge loss. Maybe like this. If it's a ladder breaker, it is. This one is, I guess, the best. Yeah, this one. This, and jump. This is a ladder breaker also. And it's not so easy to play for black. I don't think black can go for this. Now you don't lose that much, and you have a lot of center moves around. Like on the bottom still. Okay. And now, what to do? I'm thinking what to do for white. You need to maybe create another group here. Just if, let's say, white can live with top and with this, somewhere in the center, then it's okay. This is a winning condition. Also, would be way easier if you would extend here. You don't need to really capture the stones, but this exchange is helping really black. So in this case, you will not answer. And this one would be once. And the second one is not to cut, but really try to leave somehow. I mean, with this kind of move. If you create a group there, let's say top is not easy to kill, and then we come back to the points, and white have a lot of points on the left, and it's still a game like this. In a game, cutting this way, this is just obviously doesn't work, and you also give up a lot with these two exchanges. With this, you give up a lot of points, and after, if black is alive, well, there is a ladder also, or net. Yeah, that's also a problem. But even if black is alive, let's say like this, I mean, or let's say here, here, and this way, I don't think it's easy. I'm not sure, maybe even black can push. And this group cannot leave. This group you cannot probably kill. Even like this, I don't think this is dead. There is something on the top. Maybe it's possible, but don't know. Looks difficult to kill. But also it's not even necessary 5. Maybe like this, and capture. Black already gets something, it might be enough. And yeah, this is just doesn't work. I think this is another miscalculation. And for black, it's just enough to capture. This is over. This one is probably also over, but you don't need to. I think at this point it's just good enough to play like this. This is way easier. I don't think there was something what really black could do. But again, I mean, I would just play like this. Don't need to kill. This is unnecessary. Maybe you can get this. And this, and then, like, black already get more than black had before, so. And this is, I mean, maybe there is some sequence. Sometimes there is a sequence, not this time. Yeah. Okay. Do you have questions about this? Okay. Okay, so let's go to the last one. Last one is Emmanuel Faubry against Grigor Tomazu. Okay, again we have this kind of move. And again, it goes with a similar Joseki. We kind of go with a Joseki where I think this one is more or less famous Joseki, kind of, in a way that you can play here. At some point, we had this kind of, wait, how to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one. Yeah, I think this is a Joseki, which is usually, I don't know if I played it correct. This, you have to play here. Or maybe you can even capture. Yeah, you have to capture. So, yeah. You have to play this, then black play here, and then this, capture, this. This is a Joseki, which was super popular all the time. I think, yeah, for some time. And even now it's okay. I checked this is okay. This one looks difficult. Maybe you can take this. I think I would play like this as black already. Like, I don't know what happens. Like, from one side, it's good that you try to cut as black, but maybe if you know this, it's okay. It's just the problem that you need to study this. I don't have any clue. Again, it's some new joseki, which I would immediately not play if my opponent plays. It's like probably if he goes for it, he studied, so I would go for a compromise very fast. And this is not a compromise move. And now, I don't know. I think I would play here. I think this is the move at this point. Or maybe like this. And this is again some compromise. There's this and this. I think this is probably the correct way of playing here. This, maybe it leads to the same variation. But this is the way have you, like, if you play this, you need to have a lot of time and confidence in your judgment, because here you can easily lose the game, and just very easy. Something dies. Yeah, also from shape-wise, this is completely fine, but I'm not sure it's really good. For sure, you don't need to cut, it doesn't work, so maybe you just play here. Looks good. Yeah, easily. I mean, 30 points, you can just finish the game here. And if you don't know, like, it's very good weapon if you know it. But I'm not sure about this, because you need to force people to play it, and some people will easily skip if they know how to do it. So there is other options which are more fun, which you can push to Joseki, where it's also complicated, and you can study this in advance. This way, I think you need to just play here. Yeah, this, and then here. Or maybe you can also play this. This is a cool move. And then go like this, and then this. Yeah, this is a standard Tesuji. Or maybe you can play here, but this one I'm not sure if you can get. Then we have something crazy. But usually this one is Tesuji, but this one is also okay. One is easy. Not Tesuji, but way easier. And then the fight is okay. I think in a game it was a similar way, but there is no way to build a shape. In this case, when you play, let's say, like this, then your shape is kind of fine. Then you don't need to invest, or maybe like this. Also, your shape is completely okay. Or like this. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. And now you need to, this is also good, you need to jump somewhere. Maybe here I would cut. It looks like you can try to cut. Not so easy for black to handle this. It looks like you have relatively two answers here, A and B, or maybe some K-ma. You need to answer A, B, maybe some K-ma is also okay. And I like A because you cut black into two groups, and black needs to think about two. Like, it's really not easy to fight like this. You are relatively alive with the group or in the side. Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe it's not so alive as I think. It's not completely alive, but even like this, it's not easy to play. When there is 19, you can still leave. So I don't think it's that easy fight for black. And if you get this one, or this, then I think white is super happy here. So this is a good point to attack. Like this, black gets what he wants. And black gets, I think, some advantage at this point. Also, you have a group. Jumping here is for sure worth a move. This one might be even gote. You can answer like this. Like left is, if left is alive, and at this point it looks alive. Well, there is still something. It's still really bad age, but maybe still a lot of bad age. Maybe you have to exchange this first, which is painful, but kind of have to. But still there is something. So I'm not even sure. Maybe you have to. But anyway, I would play maybe this way and then Keima. Well, Khan is also okay. But I feel like this one, at least once you need to jump. There would be less problems. Yeah, and black playing well. This game looks, they are putting pressure, doing everything you need. Maybe like this or like this. You need to build some kind of shape. Maybe if you want to cut, for sure this is a move, not like this. At least you give up an option to play a double hand. Like black get extra options. Maybe also you can get this. I don't know if it's good, but you give extra options. With this, usually it's straightforward. So yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it's all this works. Maybe with this way. This looks like a better shape. I would probably play here, but still I'm not sure it works. Like, probably black can escape. Maybe like this. In the end, it looks playable. And it feels like black have advantage here. Maybe even I am just imaginary situation. Then black is dead here, but black can block there. It still would be okay for black. That's kind of a joker here in this case. And you have this kind of joker, you can fight. But for white is also okay. Just you need to play shape like this. I think 1, 2, and 3. And then the game becomes a bit more complicated. Yeah. After that, wait, it was here. Yes, some exchange. Even this one is probably okay. But I think this is, you have to play here. And now we will have some kind of, probably, well, I don't know, maybe even this works or not. No, well, it's some core. I don't know about this. This leads to a core, maybe, or not. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's a core, but this is not the greatest core. So I think it's not a good core. So we go for this one, and we just block. And then white kind of reached the goal. White managed to kill, but I think the result is still okay for black. So overall, there was some variations where white could get really not bad result, and this looks okay for both. This one, even this looks fine if you can block here. I'm not really sure if it's possible, like this and this. I'm not sure if it's possible to block, but if it's possible, white probably play like this or like this. I'm not sure, maybe also like this is okay. And then was the most realistic chance for white to really go for it. Maybe there is something, but here you always play like this and connect. And was kind of the way. Maybe here, maybe again, we can play this kind of core. But first of all, you need to find this core, and second of all, it's two-step core, like, or, well, it's direct, but I think this is, even with this core, it's playable. If this is a core, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe we can play like this. No, it's too bad shape. Yeah, so you need to find the core, and I think white didn't see that core and black. This is not an easy, like this is like some complicated tesuji, but when you block, black also have to do something with the group on top, which I'm not sure what to do really. And then we have some semi, because black has a lot of liberties. Maybe on this you can even play here. Then it looks like some interesting game, maybe like this. Yeah, and black probably will block, somehow get a lot of semi-dori, and after that game would be maybe even in one white advantage, I don't know. Might happen also. And for black, after this, it's happened that this one is center, and white have to answer, otherwise groups is dying, and now there is no way white is good. If this group is alive, then B is not alive, C is not alive, Now you solved one, but what to do with center? Center is kind of in a huge danger, and black gets a huge profit from it. Yeah. And even if, like, white did die in the end, but even if white is not dying here, this is not really playable. Like, after this, even if you manage to live, and let's say you live even in a perfect way, this is still game over. So the best chance was, I think, to not connecting, but try to enclose with game. And then the game is okay. But after black just go out, you lose a lot, and also all position is just falling into the parts, like, you know, a lot of pieces. Yeah. But one thing, if you can, as white, I wouldn't play this Joseki. I would play the Joseki that I know for sure. This is one of the difficult variation. Maybe, I don't know, you can even play this. I mean, even this is okay. Like some Joseki in a way to make it more simple. This is easier. Yeah. Way easier not to go for Joseki, especially if you don't know it. Yeah. Okay. Do you have questions about this game? I think then we can stop at this moment. Thanks everyone for watching.